Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about my current health status. Nothing major, but I have been having some health challenges recently. First of all, I don't think I may have mentioned a while back in old videos that I go to a naturopathic doctor once every 6 weeks, and basically, like, I have a primary care and everything like that, but she is a naturopathic doctor that she's more on the natural spectrum. So she does we have my blood work done, and then she will recommend supplements to support any deficiencies that I may have. She's just deeper than my regular primary care, in my opinion, in terms of just blood work and also hormonal. The original reason I started going to her about a year ago, a little over a year, is I was having some hormonal issues, with menopause and all of that. So I didn't know what I was looking for, quite frankly, but it turned out that that's what I was looking for, as a naturopathic doctor. Now, the downside of it is that this is this is not insured. Like, I can't get reimbursed with my insurance or anything. This is totally out of pocket. So that's the downside. But the plus side is definitely that she is on a natural path to health and wellness and healing, and instead of prescribing a pill for anything that you have, she's going to look at a supplement that a herbal supplement that could support that. So we've been on this journey for about a year, and she was also instrumental in my weight loss as well. Or she has been instrumental in it. So more recently, I think it was right before Easter, I had some blood work done, and for her to evaluate. And when she got the blood work, then we had a follow-up appointment, and we went over the results. And honestly, the results were not great, it was surprising, but it wasn't, because again, I had lost weight and all, but some other issues had started to develop. Ooh, Jesus. These motorcycles, and this person has somebody on the back of their motorcycle, and they're flying like nobody's business. I know that woman is scared. Yeah. So what was I saying? So yeah, so we started working together, and like, she goes over everything. Again, this last appointment, she went over all my blood work, like every single thing, and I have some inflammation going on, and the main thing, one of the top things on her chart was dehydration. And when I think of dehydration in general, that's not serious. that's my first thought, is that's not serious. Like, girl, drink some water, you know. But as we get older, it is serious. It is serious. And it can, not only can it, if it's not addressed, if it's not caught, and if it's not addressed, it can turn into other things. And so I have been feeling like I was dehydrated because I knew I wasn't drinking water. But to see it on a report, and it was the top thing on there, and she had highlighted it, it was like right in my face. So, and you know, I don't know if you're, you know, watching my videos on a regular, hopefully you are. But if you are, you notice that a lot of times when I first start talking on my videos, I'll talk about how my throat is dry. Well, because I'm dehydrated. You know, like right now, my throat's dry. My throat is completely dry. It is. And so, but anyway, again, I always looked at dehydration like that's no biggie. That's a quick fix. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. Just drink a couple glasses of water and you're good. No, because it affects your whole body. And like I said, as we get older, you know, I just had a birthday, you know, less than a month ago. It's real. It's real. And like I said, it affects other things in your body. So you do want to, you know, you do want to handle it. So, and the other factor that I had going on that compounded the dehydration, or that might not be the right word, but so I'm a coffee drinker, or I was a coffee drinker. So coffee dehydrates you right there. So if you have nothing else, coffee is going to dehydrate you. So the water that I was drinking, the coffee was neutralizing it, as if I didn't even drink the water. I was drinking coffee and tea. You know, I have my little herbal teas. I'm drinking them, and then I have my coffee. And I had gone from a cup a day of coffee, and some days I had 3 cups a day. And that's crazy. That's crazy. And so no wonder I'm dehydrated, because I'm like scratching my head like, what? I'm dehydrated, you know. But it's because of all the caffeine in my system that's neutralizing the water that I am drinking. I'm not drinking a lot of water, quite frankly. I hadn't been. But the little bit I'm drinking, it's as if I never even drank it. So, because I had started getting severe cramps in my legs in the middle of the night, and I may have mentioned that on a video or two, but I don't think I went into the whole, thing. So I said to myself, I'm gonna have to give up coffee. I'm gonna have to give up coffee. Coffee is not serving me. Not in this season of my life. It's not serving me. And people can say what they want. Oh, coffee's good for you. Girl, coffee's good. Coffee is not serving me in this season of my life. And so I have to let go of it. And so I slowly, in the past couple of weeks, I started drinking more decaf than regular. That was the first thing I did. I just kind of switched out more, like I would either do half and half, or I would do, like if I had 1 cup of regular coffee in the morning, my second cup would be a decaf, or would be a half and half, And so I tried that, did that for a week or so. And then I went to, I let go of the coffees altogether, and I went to black tea, which is something I used to drink all the time. Black tea was my coffee, especially in the summertime. I would switch over and I would go into the teas, and the herbal teas and all. But they are also dehydrating. So I went to black coffee. And so then this Monday, not this Monday, I think over the weekend, I took Monday off from work, and I gave it all up. I gave up coffee, tea, anything with caffeine. I gave it up starting this past, again, I'm not sure if I think I started over the weekend. Yeah, I started over the weekend. But Monday, was sure enough 100% no coffee. Excuse me. So I gave up the coffee. So all week I've had no coffee. Now let me tell you how that's been. It's been a struggle. No headaches. I'm a person, I don't suffer from headaches from, when I'm withdrawing from, coffee. I haven't had any headaches. That's not where my struggle has been with giving up the coffee. My struggle has been my energy. Like Monday I was home, so I was able to, and all weekend, let me think, I had a birthday party on Saturday night, and then I had gotten my hair done on Saturday, earlier on Saturday, so I was out of the house. But I basically, and then Sunday, I'm trying to think, I think I was home on Sunday. Yeah, I was home on Sunday. Excuse me. I allowed my body to rest. So, when I felt tired, I would just go get into bed. And I did that Sunday. I did that on Monday when I stayed home from work. And I was in the bed quite a bit. And even yesterday was my remote day. 12 o'clock, I take my lunch from 12 to 1 on my remote day. 12 o'clock, I got in the bed, put my alarm on, woke up at 1 o'clock. It's been a struggle. Now today, I'm at work, I'm drinking water, going to the bathroom, drinking my water, going to the bathroom, but I didn't feel any low periods. I didn't feel any oh. Didn't feel that at all. In fact, there were moments where I felt energized when I was drinking the water. So I got through another day. So it's Thursday. So since Monday, I've been completely caffeine free. And again, I can't even remember if over the weekend, I think the weekend too, but I can't remember if I started on Monday or the weekend. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing over here. I gotta get myself back, because again, as we get older, once you pass that 50 mark, things start looking different. So yeah, maybe in my 20s, 30s, 40s, dehydration would have been like a girl, but now it's more serious. And I remember years ago, my mother, we had to rush her to the hospital, and come to find out she was dehydrated. And she was, in her, probably at that time, maybe in her 80s, 70s, 80s, somewhere in there. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. But she suffered from dehydration as well and had to be rushed to the hospital. You know, I mean, it's serious. And so that's what's been going on with me as far as health wise. I'm really monitoring my water intake. I'm trying to get in the proper amount of water, or come at least somewhere close to it. It's been a struggle. It's been a struggle, but because the alternative is health challenges, and I don't need no health challenges. I'm too young for that. I got too much going on to be having some health challenges over something that is fixable. And it's fixable at this stage. You know, I can catch it now and I can work on it now, and it's manageable. You know, it's not like an illness that is not manageable. So I just wanted to share that today. You know, some of the signs of dehydration are, and I'm no doctor, I'm definitely no doctor, but I'm just going to tell you some of the signs that I'm aware of from myself and just from the information that I have recently gotten. Of course, your urine is going to be darker. That's a like right in your face every day. Every time you go to the bathroom, your urine is going to be darker. The lighter your urine, the more closer to clear your urine is, the less you're dehydrated. So that's one thing. Next is just how you feel. Like, again, my throat is all like feeling dry. It's dry right now, so I'm dehydrated. If you're getting leg cramps in the middle of the night, you do not have enough water in your system. Period. You just don't have enough water, and your legs are just cramping up. You know, that's another sign. I'm trying to think what else. My coworker showed me this little trick. If you take your hand, if you take one of your knuckles and squeeze it, if you see how it just stays right, it stays squeezed. It shouldn't do that. Your skin should naturally go back to where it was. If it stays squeezed, you're dehydrated. And mine is staying there for a minute. Yeah. So, especially if you know of any elderly people that are in your life, check on them, especially in the summertime, because, you know, we know that with the temperatures going up, they just may not have the proper amount of water, and it's easy for them to get dehydrated. And like I said, if you go dehydrated for an extended period of time, it could go into other issues, and you don't want that. So those are the only signs that I can think of offhand. You know, but I just wanted to share that because it's real and it's nothing to play with, and it's nothing to dismiss, to say, oh, that's no biggie, you could just drink some water. But it takes a lot of water to get yourself back to a, you know, I guess a baseline level where it's a like minimum amount of water that you should be having on a daily. And they check for your dehydration through your, they can check through your, I guess they can check through your urine too, but the way my doctor checked was through my my blood work. And like I said, also in addition to that came the inflammation. So anyway, just wanted to share that. But I'm working hard on getting myself back on track, and hopefully definitely the next time we do blood work is gonna be a different report. Anyway, have a great day, everybody. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video, comment below, and God bless. Take care.